monitor.
Boom, right there, bud.
We're live? Ooh, we're live. Okay. Doesn't matter. We're live in my head.
Kinda does.
Yeah. What are the form agreements?
Huh?
I'll be impeccable with my word.
Yeah, I will not make assumptions.
I'll always be on time.
Change my diapers.
I forgot. What are the four?
We'll talk about it later. Do the ads first.
Sweat Equity Podcast and streaming show. We're
So I
doing
gotta
this
look it
live
up.
on a Saturday night because you can't really party right now in the COVID era. I'm your host, Lost Smith. Sitting next to me is Eric Reginger. If you like this show, hit us up on iTunes, Apple Podcast app. Give a 5-star review. Rate and review. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Listen on Spotify Laughable if you want. You can listen or watch on YouTube. Obviously, Facebook if you're watching live. We're going to try and take some live questions if I can.
No, you won't.
We'll
You
see.
won't.
My
Don't
ADD
bother.
is pretty strong, so we'll see.
Right, so you won't.
This episode is brought to you by Grasshopper. Grasshopper phone lines. Try grasshopper.com/sweat gets you $75 off a business phone line. Don't have a Google Voice for your business number. Don't have your personal cell phone for your business, your side hustle, whatever you're trying to do, that brand you're working on after hours, whatever it is.
Don't do it.
You need
Just
a real
don't
do
do
it.
it.
You need a real business phone line.
Just Grasshopper
It's
only.
cheaper than getting it from your phone carrier, I found out. It's a scalable system, so if you need to add phone lines to the app, you can do that. I like to talk to people through my desktop, through the Grasshopper desktop app. Yeah, I'm not only going to promote it, I'm a user. Try grasshopper.com/sweat is the only way you can get $75 off an annual plan and hook this show up. That's our headline sponsor for this episode. I'm going to run through our feature ones. ExpressVPN. Try expressvpn.com/sweat. Gets you 3 months free off an annual plan. Try roan.com/sweat. Roan is the fanciest of fancy kind of workout gear. Try
The
roan.com/sweat.
fanciest. That's a big selling point, you know.
Hey, do you like the highest end?
Yes.
Are you a fan? Look, you're wearing
call it
an
fancy, though.
Indochino suit. You're a fancy boy.
Yeah.
Try roan.com/sweat. Get you 20% off using that link or using the promo code BRIDGE20. FreshBooks. Go freshbooks.com/sweat. Get a 30-day free trial on us. Get the hookup. Holler if you hear me.
Wow.
Go freshbooks.com/sweat. And then Warby Parker, eyewear, sunglasses, prescription.
You
send it in.
you?
WarbyParkerTrial.com/sweat. Get 5 free pairs to try on at home or at your office if you're still working in an office.
Or in your car if you're
Let
sad.
everybody tell you how fat your head is and what looks good, what doesn't. Send them all back if you don't like them. But if you want to not get ripped off by the Big Eye lens crafters, they're all owned by one company. Warby Parker's that disruptor company you need, and they've got outlet stores, I think now in almost every major city in the United States that you can check out. I think we're good. I think we're ready to go.
Yeah?
We're live, baby.
All right.
What about my sweat
Howdy,
equity?
toddy.
Sweat equity. Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity. What about my sweat equity?
Ooh, man. Yeah.
Play it on your phone, dude.
I'm sharing this as it's live so
Oh.
our network of people can see it.
Which people love to watch other people do is play on their phones.
Well,
Look how you're framed up, too. God, you should be embarrassed of yourself. It's ridiculous.
I know I got hip problems. I'm moving around.
Okay.
You know, I'm making excuses, that
I
kind
know.
of thing. No, what you want to do
It's either a leg thing, or a spiritual thing, or a psychological thing, or a heart attack.
With the excuses all the time.
I'm going to start a watch party. So
Sure,
that gets
Make sure they rewind for that. That was so good.
I don't know. I just know that more people watch the show, listen to the show. If it's live, there's a watch party on Facebook. We do need to diddle, play around. We do need to diddle with Restream.io so it can just spit out to everything. So, Lou needs to take it easy. No, but
I like how you always have these assignments for me.
No,
we need to just get on that.
we messed with it before. We did Restream.
We
3 years
did
ago.
not.
Yeah, we did.
I did
You did?
and gave up
Yeah.
because
Okay.
it's hard.
It got better, I heard.
Internet
like a
is
gay
hard.
kid in high school, it gets better. You're dressed up. Why are you so fancy today?
I don't know. You want to take a guess?
I don't know. You're gonna.
I just got back from a bartending gig.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay. I was gonna say that's. Or I was
Is that
gonna
what it
say.
looks like? Kind of looks like that, huh? Give me a towel.
I was gonna say you look like a magician's assistant, maybe.
So you want to chop me in half?
And maybe you had a lesbian magician that you switch it up, or switch the gender roles.
What?
Yeah.
Why would it be?
I feel like you need that kind of strength, that kind of forearm strength to.
That is true. Yeah.
It's a lot of
I don't.
card
it's
play,
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't move my fingers fast enough.
stuff like that. Yeah. I feel
Never
like
good at that.
they got that dad strength. A lot of magicians.
Right. It's
the
just
ultimate.
that force. It's not. There's no nuance.
A lot of dexterity, but also a lot of power
I'm
behind it.
saying zero dexterity.
Oh really?
All power.
Oh no, I'm saying both.
Okay.
I'm saying the best of both worlds. Brad Pitt, baby. You know.
I mean, you can't just, it's not Superman. You can't just take all the superpowers. You gotta have some weaknesses. Just saying.
Yeah, Superman is the weakest of all
So
superheroes.
stupid. Like, who cares?
What are your thoughts? Call in.
Oh God.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I end this shit now?
No, man. We're doing it live, and I think you're getting nervous about it, and there's nothing to be nervous about. What's going on in your world? What are you working on? Anything? Anything fun?
I'm getting a divorce.
Oh.
Divorce!
Whoa.
Divorce! Divorce! Divorce!
You have drops?
Nothing.
I thought you were wearing. That's why I thought you were wearing a suit, but I didn't want to say it.
I didn't have court today.
I know, but I mean, just to feel.
Divorce!
Look, a guy can feel good.
coming.
A guy could get dressed up and feel good. and
Sometimes I want to feel fancy.
sometimes you want to dance in the mirror by
fancy.
yourself. Dance like no one's looking.
I know. I dance like somebody's looking all the time, baby.
So wait, how's all that going?
It's going good. It's going good. Let's just,
Move
that's
on?
a big part of what's going on with me. But we talk business.
Yeah, I mean, I
just want to do some business stuff.
this is a business podcast, but we always talk about the work-life balance. It's always there, regardless if you're trying to do your own business, entrepreneurial-esque, or you're trying to do, move up professionally. You're always going to have to deal with that kind of work-life balance. There's some dark years recently where I let that shit interfere with my life,
Very dark.
and because I was
You
internalizing
kept wearing
maybe
all those,
too much.
You kept wearing cloaks everywhere you went.
Yeah.
Just like hovered. You didn't even walk. You just kind of hovered into a room.
You're gonna see that
So
kind
creepy.
of you're gonna see that kind of comedy
So I need
more
to
at
borrow-
Side Spinners
I need to
tomorrow
borrow your
night.
cloak.
I don't have the Price is Right losing horn.
Ooh.
Are you ready?
Am I ready? Yeah, I'm ready.
How about this? You're doing something tomorrow. You haven't done stand up in 5 years. You haven't done an open mic. I'm gonna do it with you.
Not at the same time. We'll be separate. It won't be like a.
We're not the
tag
Sklar
team,
brothers.
yeah.
But I'm saying like you are doing something that you don't really need to do.
Yeah.
It's something uncomfortable. We talked about this on the last episode if anybody wants to go back and listen, but you're doing something uncomfortable, which is stand up. Some people like to say that I don't know how you can do that. It's amazing. Even at an open mic.
Yeah.
The old saying is most people would rather be they're more scared. Seinfeld had a better way of saying it, but
You'd
people
rather
are
be in
more
the
scared to
coffin
give the eulogy than be in the coffin.
Right. I think he said you'd rather be in the coffin than giving the.
You know,
eulogy.
yeah.
And that's why you're up there with Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. I mean,
Some people
I
go,
have-
that's torturing yourself.
I do have extra time right now, and it's one of those things that at this point in my life, I don't get too worked up. Like, I'm really not worked up about it. It's like I said the last time, it's like I've been there. You know tell me this. Do you know what the deal with the masks is going to be? Like, are we going to have to wear masks
No.
on stage?
No, you
Who's
can't.
wearing masks?
I think in the audience, I think businesses kind of make everybody now. Look, if even if it wasn't like mandated by your state or city, I think a lot of businesses that are doing anything where they're having people indoors, I think they're asking people to mask up or leave. And look, I don't know how that works with drinking. honestly.
Well, I know for restaurants,
We were just
you
talking
can
to
go
some
sit
guys
down.
outside, and I was hearing about poker and how that works. I don't really understand.
Yeah, I don't know.
It sounds like they have like plexiglass around the table, but you have the urinal partition style of plexiglass between all 9 people around the table.
Well, at restaurants, they'll do the thing where you got to wear the mask to your table, and then it's no limits from there. And why would a comedy club be any different?
You realize how much of your face you use. In
Oh, that's what I'm
communication.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. This is the moneymaker, baby.
Well, there used to be like a theory like don't have a beard as a stand-up because you lose part of your facial like just expression with it. That was like an
yeah.
old school kind of way of doing it, or kind of theory, I guess, or guideline.
I
But
could see that.
it could take away, I guess. But I mean, Zach Galifianakis is one of the funniest stand-ups I've ever seen. So
Yeah. But then in the second half of his first special, he did Seth Galifianakis
Yeah.
with just a mustache,
Oh, did you shave it?
and he shaved, yeah.
Well, that's funny.
Where they had Brian Unger interviewing him, and he couldn't keep it together as he was like they just let it in.
Yeah.
In the special where he's cracking up.
Is that the purple onion one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great special. That's a weird. My favorite part is when he goes, "Who's your favorite comic?" He's in San Francisco. The guy goes, "Mort Saul." And he's like, "Mort Saul, the political comedian from the '60s." That's your. God damn it. That's a great special. Check it out. You don't know who Mort Saul is?
I don't.
No, he's one
No.
of those guys you should know. But
Okay.
but like if you watched
Sure,
it, you'd
all
be
you
like,
people at home got that.
whatever. What else is going on? Are you nervous? You're not nervous. So you're doing something that's not comfortable.
I definitely could be more prepared, but at the same time, I also have convinced myself I'm the type of person I don't like.
I'll probably walk out of the room. So.
I don't like really.
I don't know.
You think it's gonna be that painful?
No,
Come
no,
on.
I don't want. I try not to watch anybody's stuff just because my memory is so terrible.
Oh,
that,
you're afraid you're gonna steal it.
I definitely get afraid that I'm gonna accidentally lift something. That's like the worst thing in stand up. So I don't know. I plus I want to go back on stage or get on stage if I'm waiting to get on.
Okay.
It's like you
Just
get
watch.
I'm not good at sitting. I can't I definitely don't watch stand up a lot anymore because of that. Like I know it's kind of knowing yourself, right? Like I know what I don't know, and I know I have a shitty memory, and over time you're riffing or we're talking shit, with a bunch of guys, and you're making jokes, and you're like, did I come up with that? I think I did, but I don't even want it a question.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, but I mean, that's you're talking.
I'll watch-
You're gonna stop having conversations with friends.
We can no. It's the other thing. I can just
Guys,
stop
I
watching
can't be funny
stand-up.
right now.
I can watch. I can.
I
not,
don't want to.
No, I don't.
pull any jokes.
I cannot
from the
watch stand
conversation.
up. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And I'm rarely the funniest in a group of my guy friends anyway.
I know.
Yeah, I'm very droll.
You're the straight guy.
Yeah, no, I'm just up my own ass a lot of the time,
Right.
which is
You gotta stop
quite
picking
exquisite.
At it. Stop picking at it.
I don't know. It's a pretty good ass. Brazilian women stop me in the street and they ask, "How do you get that ass?"
Not what I'm talking about.
They're like, "Damn, you
Picking
got."
at your ass is what I'm talking about.
Well, I mean, it does. Things do get lost in the black hole there. So, I don't know.
Down in the crevice.
We were talking about how do you kind of. We were talking off mic right before we started outside about how do you. The cobbler's children has no shoes dilemma, and I won't bring in the exact reference we were talking about outside, but on your patio.
What, the person?
Because he
John Paul Labadie,
he has to
Maniac
not-
Pictures, friend of the program.
Well, we can't
Sitting
edit.
on my patio right now. It's too
Can't
late. We're
edit
live,
that.
buddy. He's probably watching it right now.
He is.
Person.
He is. I
Any
can see it.
second.
Come
Come in. We're going to talk all kinds of misinformation
Sorry,
about
dude.
your business.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. But we were talking about it's really hard to promote yourself and not feel. This is how I feel. Not feel douchey.
For sure.
And when you're a one-man show for a business or a brand that you're trying to push, it's really hard to. I think you just have to do it. It's like doing stand-up. You just have to do it, get over it, and just take your licks on whatever happens.
It's one of those things. It's like anything, like exercising. You just have your body start doing it. Just have your hands start going to the keyboard and start doing the shit, and have that go. And just starting is always the hardest part.
Right.
And just get in some sort of figure out a way to trick yourself into just getting into it. Because once you get into it, then your mindset that is stopping you from doing it in the first place, where it's like, oh, I don't want to. Now it's going to be, I don't want to. Now that I'm into it, I don't want to stop doing it, and just knock it out.
And I also think like saying stuff out loud sometimes and going like, why am I worried about pushing this out there? Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not even really thinking analytically or like yourself. I find it. I don't know. For me, it works sometimes when I might sound like a crazy person if someone saw me talking to myself, but like I'll try to do that because I'll be like, well, what? Wait a minute, because I'll catch myself overthinking and just going, okay, I'll get to that. I'll do it. I won't do it. And then time runs out of the day and you just don't do it. And it's like sometimes I'll catch myself and just go, why don't I just do it right now? What the fuck?
Literally, the time you're spent thinking about it is the time it would take to do whatever stupid thing it is that you're not doing.
Right.
Like, realistically, we might be talking about an Instagram, Facebook post where it's like, come up with the wording, get your hashtags, get all your mentions straight, and put it out.
Right. Or it doesn't even like.
What
if it's like I don't know if I'll get the right hashtags.
Well,
right? That's where a lot of people stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It's just like, well, what is gonna make you feel good about putting it? If you do 20 at a time and you have 20 ready to go, is that gonna make you want to put that first one out?
Right.
Because some people, that's how they want to do it. I want to have 20 good to go because I don't want to start, and then it just goes away because I only do one.
Sometimes that's like,
and that can mess with you, but
sometimes putting it out there, right? Like you're doing stand up, right? Tomorrow night, and you have it on the calendar. Now you have to do it.
Yeah.
And
I definitely
it's
have
like
to do
it's
it.
like I was looking for pre-COVID. I was like, maybe there's like a 10K I should run or something. You know, like just to have a reason to do it because it's hard to just do maintenance all the time.
Yeah.
If you're working out and stuff.
I used to do that like 10 years ago. I'd just sign up for 5Ks, 15K, try just to be like, that's my goal. So I'm going to be doing, I'm working towards that. And it's like, well, why not? If you need something, it's good to have something to work towards.
But sometimes
it's
you just,
achievable.
let's say in this case, and John Paul said, just knock it out. Sounds easy with the crying, laughing emoji. Yeah. That, what's it called? Sometimes if you just put it out there for that one post, then you're like, fuck, now I have to do it.
Right. That's that's accountability right there.
But I mean, I don't know it's one of those things where I don't know why I have the issue of promoting. I've been shitting the bed promoting this podcast like I'm supposed to, as far as doing our marketing. So this may be in a vacuum. We may be doing it live and there might be like 5 people watching.
Really?
But I don't know because it's I don't know what I've got something fucked up where like even no matter how tired I was, like at the end of the night, I could just kind of, as I was going to sleep, I could still like do this mindless kind of setup promotion stuff. And now I've lost that muscle for some reason. I don't know.
It's a habit thing for sure.
Yeah.
It's easy to let those habits go away. It's like, oh, well, I'm used to doing that all the time. So I don't, I got it. I'll catch up to it. But it's like you do that once and then that letting go of the habits becomes a thing. That's something I've been dealing with. Like it's easy for me right now to just let things kind of go to the wayside just in terms of everyday, day-to-day things, operations and whatnot. It's
like what?
Just like routine things,
Shave your grundle.
Shaving grundle daily, twice a day sometimes. Depends.
Yep.
Depends on air pressure, whatnot. But it's hard to like come back from letting go of the habits, I think, like where it's something you had at one point and then you let it go. It's like losing weight, gaining it back and trying to lose the weight again. It's harder, right?
A lot of extra skin. Yeah.
Sure.
Shout out to Eddie Malouf who gave us some nice words.
Wow.
That's the guy who listened to the podcast and got a hold of both of us.
Yeah. I got to schedule him.
Creative waves are real, according to our sometimes producer, John Paul Lobato. That's how you say his last name, right?
Yeah.
I get that too, but that can be an excuse. That can be creative waves can be, you can use that as a way to not create, I guess, is kind of how I was trying to think about it. It's like you can go, well, I need to really do whatever art you're trying to do right, or shoot something, or sit down and actually do something that you're a painter. I mean, like
It's putting pussy on a pedestal.
what's that now?
40-year-old virgin. Like you can't elevate it to perfection. You have to have it perfect every time, because more often than not, quantity is where it's at. Like things get forgotten. You're not gonna have the most epic Instagram, Facebook post of all time.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Pussy on a pedestal always sounds nice
Yeah,
because it always is like now I can see everything, right? I've always thought the visual of that in my head has always been like that sounds kind of sweet.
That's not the thing. Just because you don't
I
know how
get-
the anatomy is doesn't.
No, but
That's what.
I just picture
With a
a
flashlight.
hot lady on where
Sure.
in a museum.
Okay, great. That's not what
On a
I'm
pedestal.
saying. Like you can't elevate
No,
your
I get-
Instagram, Facebook posts too high. Just put them out.
You can't turn a hoe into a hotel. That's what you're saying, right?
Can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's what.
Always mess that up.
Just that's pragmatic.
But I'm saying just think of I want you to close your eyes. Just think of that visual. You're going through a museum of vaginas.
All right.
And you're like, whoa, this is kind of great. You got the little headphones on that they give you, and it's like this vagina,
They're rated by David.
this hairy vagina.
David Attenborough.
Yeah, I want to go to that museum.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So before you did you stroke out? You all right there?
I'm just thinking about the Pussy Museum, and there's nothing there.
Lot of plexiglass can't touch, for sure. That's
Yeah.
there's like dog
Lots of
cones.
sanitizer.
Yeah. What if you mix that with Salvador Dali Museum? Now we're talking
gross.
melted
That
pussy.
is gross.
Yeah.
Ew, dude.
Yeah, dude. Ew. Okay, gross. All right. So
Your
look,
head.
it's Saturday night.
Yikes.
It's a little silly goose time. One thing I wanted to bring up, I got asked a question. I got hit up by a freshman in college now, and then a guy going into
Freshman.
and then a guy going into, so I guess a freshman going into sophomore year, and a senior in high school going into freshman year. I got these.
What the hell is going on in your social? Why are you talking to these people?
It's because I taught that class at USF a while back.
Well, how'd you hook up with a high schooler?
No, one
Should we
was in
stop going
college.
live? Should we cut this live feed?
It's my new Craigslist friend. Look, we Greco-Roman wrestle in the alley, and look. It's not gay. It's actually whoever's the gayest is the most straight.
I wasn't picturing a dude.
Okay. Well, what am I going to Greco-Roman wrestle women? No,
I don't
think so.
I don't know.
Why? I mean, like their bodies
I
just
just
not
like
hard.
how you keep talking about it.
Yeah.
It's good. Keep talking
Okay.
about it.
So that's how I got COVID, really. But
Yeah. What else?
so I got hit up.
Did you come in it?
One was through like some alumni association. Man, it doesn't matter. I'm such a whore to answer stuff for the podcast because I go, hey, when we run out of shit to talk about, sometimes this might come in handy.
Oh, that's what's happening right now. I get it.
Yeah. So
Next time I won't make fun of you and your high school friends.
well,
My bad.
look, we're starting a boy band. It's not the band's gonna make it. So my thing is, they both were asking, how do you get into the professional market at that age? And it's such a broad question. What they were asking me about marketing specifically, like Pacific Ocean. They were asking me how does one get in the marketing world as a grunt right now when you're an underclassman. It doesn't seem like, I'm sure there's a lot of fear going on with everything because college students are just not, they're zooming if they're doing college at all.
I mean, it seems like
I'd be fucking pissed if I was paying for college and not being able to go.
Oh, well, even before this though, we're paying $300 for a textbook and all the bullshit. It was
That's fucking
all of it. Before
criminal.
this was criminal. Now it's just everybody's
Remember the
realizing,
anxiety-
this is so dumb.
Remember the anxiety of like getting the correct textbook? Like
I didn't care about it.
I mean, but
Worry
like
about it too much.
But they would be like, if you don't have it, you're not going to even pass the class. And you're like, cool. Well, these things are like, I got to find like a fucking library speakeasy to buy this out of. What the fuck?
Right. This
is before Chegg was a thing. This
Yeah.
is before like Amazon. People were selling shit on their own.
PDFs.
Yeah.
Heard of it?
Yeah. So that shit, I don't understand it. I think it's a conspiracy. Yeah. McGraw Hill, I'm coming out for you. Yeah, I pulled that out of my ass.
That's a good pull.
Yeah.
Good publisher pull.
There is something fucked up about that now that I think about it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And they come out with another edition every year.
You
and
change
they limit
4
it.
commas.
Yeah. And
Add another guy on the end who's not real.
I remember I was
That's
like, I'm going to buy
come
it.
on.
It was like to 24th edition or something crazy. I was like, I'm going to buy the 23rd. I might be a page or two. I'll figure it out. But it
Failed
was,
the class.
It was like $125 difference.
Dude.
And then it was the same information, just different pages set up.
Right.
But it was like, you definitely forget that I did that. Fucked me up the whole year.
It's not cool.
It was math, so it was fine. I fucking crushed it.
That's all going away.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Colleges and universities in general.
Business calculus
You're
2.
done.
That advanced calculus that I ace. I don't know how to do any of that anymore.
You aced it?
Dude, I was such a C+ student, but all math classes I crushed because they're just puzzles to me. Seriously, I'm A+ student in math.
What?
All the time.
What?
Grammar, not my strong suit. Anything, language arts, English, fuck.
Yeah.
God damn it. It would take me forever. That's why, like, I think
Math is like a puzzle to me.
I see everything's puzzles, really. I see business as a puzzle. I see jokes as a puzzle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They are, in a way. They're unsolvable in a way, too, because
Yeah.
you're never done.
Yeah.
And jokes have a weird life to them. Like, if you've seen that, what's the wine movie with pig vomit, Paul Giamatti?
Yo,
Sideways.
fucking Antichrist.
You know how they talk about wine and how it has a life and it has its apex, like, wine that's 30 years old, this kind of wine, it hits its sweet spot. Jokes have a timeline like that too. Like you'll tell them and you can try to tell them for 10 years and for whatever reason you can tell it the exact same way and it just doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, the Zika stuff doesn't hit like it used to.
No.
It's like,
My Snuggie bit fucking eats it.
yeah.
All the time now.
It's bullshit, man.
But
Stop dedicating all your energy to the viruses.
well, I mean,
Starting now.
look, having COVID was
No,
like
keep it
telling
going
people
now.
I had herpes. It was like I gotta call everybody I've ever hugged in the last couple months.
I know, you kept
week.
calling me over and over again. I was like, dude, I get it.
Well, look, you
Gross.
tagged in for Greco-Roman wrestling in the alley, but
Kept reinfecting myself like an idiot.
so how does one right now you're 19, right, and you're trying to figure out
Okay, I'm
a
there.
path. It's hard to get a job, right? Like just I was like I wanted to be like, look, in normal times I tell you to go get a bartending job or go be a bar back to be a bartender.
Yeah.
That was the best thing I did
So
in college.
sweet vest.
Yeah, get a cool vest like Eric.
Towel. What do you have? What kind of gin you want?
No, but I mean, go work there because when it was like slow nights, like a Tuesday, it was just fun. You just like, there's not a lot of people there. You can bartend and kind of hang out.
Yeah, I never did that.
I loved it, and it was like I don't know.
It's because you like to gossip with the ladies.
Look, I like to
chit-chat.
gab like gals at brunch. That's
Yeah,
different.
I know.
though. That's the white claw in me.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like, what do you tell a 19-year-old? I was just like, look, it's just like anything. You know the answer to that. It's just like people want to ask you what's the best diet or like, what's the best nutrition plan? You're like, or you don't know, but you need to kind of figure it out.
Give yourself some options.
But,
Give
okay,
yourself a couple options.
here's what I said.
And sort of narrow it down. Like,
Here's what I said: develop a skill.
yes.
Start there.
Juggling.
You can online. You can literally take an assessment test on LinkedIn too, and humble brag that as soon as you finish it. I'm starting to mow those down because I guess they're important now. So like you can teach your look. We taught ourselves a lot of shit via YouTube. You have to cite. You have to sift through a bunch of shit. But I mean, like, it's one of those things where you find things that work for you and don't. Like that's how I learned a lot of Facebook advertising through that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I can do Instagram now. And then you figure out social media ads there with Facebook ads. Then I go, oh, I know how Pinterest ads work without even doing it. You
It
just get the
is-
concept.
Yeah, it is tough though to direct somebody and say it. I mean, I would say start with Google stuff.
Yeah,
Google
It's
is
more
gonna be
marketable.
around. It's the colossus of it all, and start there because that's all free, and they'll give you the little certificate and all that, and like
Or HubSpot, do that training because they always need HubSpot certified people.
yeah. I mean, the basic idea.
bunch of 'em.
It's all kind of the same idea. They all sort of operate the same way,
Then-
in terms of the boring marketing and
Then make your-
bids and stuff like that, and how it goes.
But then make your own. Then put your foot in the door with people. Hey, can I do your ads? Can I run campaigns for you? Someone to get just started. Get your foot in the door. So you have a
Yeah.
case study. You build a case study.
Don't do that for too long.
Don't do it for too long, but do it. Go. Hey, I'm gonna do it for. I know this. I have a family friend that has a law firm. I'm gonna try to do it with a low budget, and just tell them, hey, I'm trying to work this out too, but it seems like you need that as
Yeah.
well, and consider it like an internship. That's
Yeah,
not really
somebody
like-
who's willing to toss $100 at it and be okay with whatever the results are, as bad as they get.
Here's
sort
what
of
you're
thing.
not gonna find. You're not gonna find people reaching out to you.
Yes.
If you want to wait around for shit to happen to you, it's not going to happen. So
Right,
the other thing
right.
I said is start harvesting. That's that douchey businessy kind of term for double down on your relationship networking. But it is true. Like, start if you're 19 or whatever, keep in touch with everybody that was in your high school class. You never know.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
We had a millionaire in our class in high school. He was a millionaire by 16, and he still just went to school with us.
Okay, what's he doing?
He had an
now?
IT company. I think he's doing pretty well.
Okay.
Last I checked.
Well, good for him.
I think he made his 17th app or something as like a private equity firm. But yeah, one of those things where opportunity might be out there if you just reach out. What I've been doing in the COVID era, just to keep my sanity too, is I'm trying to call people randomly I haven't talked to in a while. You're in the car, or I go for a walk for 30 minutes, an hour, and just go, who haven't I talked to in a minute? And just try to call them.
It's rare to have somebody who doesn't know somebody who might need digital marketing services in some capacity.
If you want to look at it from a douchey perspective, making those
Okay.
calls for marketing yourself, I'm saying, not your angle. I'm saying if you want to
You're
look
the
at
douche. I got it.
if you want to look at it from the business network or business development perspective on a douchey kind of way, you're top of mind.
Right. Yeah.
That's a lot of
Just showing up.
marketing. Yeah, that's a lot of I don't know. That's a lot of local business marketing. That's a lot of startup marketing. That's a lot of small business marketing. A lot of businesses in the beginning, they're getting more work because of the work they've done, right? If you're a professional service business,
referrals and whatnot.
right? If you're decent, you'll probably good work begets good work, right? You'll get more clients.
Yes.
But in a professional service instance, I'm not talking about if you're manufacturing a product, it's a whole other kind of issue. Same with e-commerce. If you have your own product, that's a little tougher. But I'm saying,
Ain't nobody selling manufactured goods anymore.
well, most people trying to do their own side hustle around their business, a lot of them are professional services. A lot of them don't have a product nowadays. It's very intangible. So it's like, what do you have as an asset? And that is the relationships you're setting up. This podcast is great because we go out of our way to randomly talk to CEOs that are trying to get back on, to come back on, and just it's been 4 years since I've talked to some of them.
Yeah. Which one? Wait.
We had
We
a
need to talk about that.
yeah.
CEO sounds important.
Fran Biederman Gross, holler. She's CEO of advantages.net if you want to look that up. But
All right.
great story. Got to interview her a long time ago. Just on a whim, her PR company found her podcast. This might be pre-Eric era.
Right.
But
I don't remember that.
that one PR
particular
company
guest.
set me up with all 7 of their CEOs that they had under their wing.
Wow.
And it was like, oh, great. This is cool.
Yeah.
And they're all female too, which is good because I want more.
Because you're single.
Yeah. I want more. Yeah. Well, I'd put it on a pedestal, so it'd be tough. Call back. That's what I'm talking about.
What?
All right. This is a sloppy episode, but we did it. We got through it.
Oh,
We
we're
made
done?
it.
Okay.
We're done.
Okay. That was fun. I don't think
What
it was
about
that
my
sloppy.
sweat
It was a
equity?
little sloppy.
Yeah, a little sloppy.
Sweat equity.
Ugh.
Sweat equity. My sweat equity. My sweat equity.
We're gonna say this through the whole time.
Sweat equity.
What about my sweat equity?